WFMU 93.3 FM. I'm sitting here with the bassist Nick from Job for a Cowboy. So, what advice would you give to the fans so that they can do things for themselves?
You mean like independence?
Yes.
I would say don't listen to authority figures unless they have a gun on you. Then you should listen to them because that can get hairy.
Yeah, you don't want anything to happen to you.
Not a good idea. If they have a baton or something, even if it's not a gun or a knife.
Spray.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really awful.
Or if there's like 8 of them and they have no guns or weapons or anything, but they could just submit to you.
Craziest thing that I would be afraid of is cops on horses.
Oof. I just saw some in New York,
Because I was in Toronto one night, and we're in, like, the wrong district that we're not supposed to be in. We're in, like, the dance club district.
Cool.
So this fight broke out, and this cop on a horse saw it, and he charged the crowd that was in the fight, and he hit one of the guys that threw the punch with the horse's head and lifted him, like, 6 feet in the air. Like, it was brutal. Like, we're just standing there, like...
That's some Braveheart shit, man.
That just did not happen.
That's hardcore.
But it's just crazy, like, how authority figures, they just... I got authority, and I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Exactly.
And sometimes there's, no offense to the force that does protect our asses once in a while.
Exactly. But I agree. Yeah.
There are some cops, and there are some... good cops.
Yeah, there's and I think with that, I remember seeing Tool one time, and they had this like Timothy Leary, like, I think it's How to Use Your Brain DVD, and there's this thing where he's like, think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, think for yourself. You have to, throughout history, it's been the institutions, religious, authority, educational, that kind of instill this view of reality on us, and it's their view of reality. It's not reality, because reality is a subjective experience.
Right.
Reality is it's you. Your reality is totally separate from mine. It's your own individual subjective reality. There is no objective reality. So people trying to impose their beliefs or views on you takes away your right to have your own subjective reality.
Exactly. And like that's where you come up with pose a good stand up for yourself.
Think for yourself. Make your own
know
thoughts.
What's right, and if you're up against an authority figure, just don't tread on thin ice.
Yeah, exactly. Question everything. Question everything anybody tells you.
Exactly. How do you feel that your music has evolved since you first began playing?
Jobs, you mean, particularly?
Yes.
I would say Jobs has it's come a long way. Jobs started out as a, I guess, deathcore is the genre that they started or whatever, so they went from having tons of space in the music, very little technicality as far as the playing is involved, and lots of breakdowns and kind of more of a hardcore meets death metal sound, and then to now where it's it's like pretty much tech death.
Right.
Technical death metal. All the core elements have kind of been removed. So it's more old school now. There's some melodicism coming out now, which is really cool, and really upgraded the technicality.
So are you, like, in the future, are you going to start delving into like an industrial side of Jobs?
That could be interesting. I would like to get weird. I want to get weird.
Yeah.
I love dynamics and space and moodiness and phrasing and all the other elements that make music awesome. Besides just playing fast and playing cool. So I would expect to see some of that stuff kind of branch out.
That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get weird with the next one.
That's awesome.
Still gonna sound like Job for Cowboy. Still gonna be technical death metal, but we're gonna get weird.
That's great, man.
I mean, I love like Patton's stuff, and Bungle and
Ministry.
Yeah,
Ministry
is awesome. I just saw Ministry. And
really?
Yeah, I did. I did see Ministry. Is he okay? I know he collapsed on.
Yeah, I read about that. It was
heat exhaustion.
Heat exhaustion, and it was poor ventilation due to the club and everything. I guess
I know about that.
The vents weren't open or something like that.
That's no bueno, man. Yeah.
Same with like Corey Taylor. That's what happened to him.
Oh, I didn't know.
A while ago. I think that.
Well, you can imagine they have those freaking
passed
suits.
Out.
Dude, those suits.
I know.
And the mask.
I know.
Are you kidding me? It's hot enough as it is. It really is. What's up, buddy?
Sure.
How you doing?
Yeah, you can join us if you want.
Yeah, come on in.
Oh, I just gotta grab a towel real quick.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Bust big. Get crazy.
Oh, yeah. Go back outside.
Matt from Perfidy, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Cheers.
Hello, Matt. What inspires you to make music?
The sun. I think it all comes from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I guess it's like, is it fusion or fission? I'm not sure, but helium and hydrogen combine.
That would be fusion.
So there's that nuclear fusion. That's kind of the start of all of it, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And then that turns into, the sun. The sunlight, the energy comes through the space, takes like 8 minutes to get here or something. Goes through a couple different processes, photosynthesis, respiration, that kind of stuff, and I think eventually ends up as thoughts and riffs or insight, intention, and then that stuff turns into riffs and song parts and lyrics and concepts and ideas, and eventually you get a band out of it.
Mm-hmm. So when you're on stage, do you feel that the fans might be blinded by the light?
Revved up like a douche. Yeah.
Blinded by the light.
I do think so.
Yeah.
I know that Springsteen was pissed at that though, because that's Springsteen's song, and he was bummed out, I guess, that because it's actually revved up like a deuce. And the band is from that did it, the Manfred Mann's something or another. I forget the name of the actual band that does it, but they're Kiwis. They're from New Zealand.
Okay.
So they said that or something like that's how it got pronounced, douche.
Mm-hmm.
But it would sound more like juice, juice.
Really?
He was mad because he's like, it's only popular because they said douche instead of deuce. Who knows? It's a catchy song, Bruce.
It is. It is
Sorry.
catchy. It is very catchy.
You did great, but sometimes somebody else covers your song better.
Yeah.
For example, I personally think, shoot me if you will, but I think Tool's cover of No Quarter smokes Led Zeppelin's.
They did.
I'm sorry.
And also a good cover for the Elton John cover.
Was that on Condition?
I don't know if it was on Conditions or if it was on some one before that, but there's an Elton John cover and it was just I can't even think of the name right now.
Perfect Circles Imagine. I thought.
Yeah, that one was good. That one was
awesome.
Really beautiful.
So it's okay. So but the fans do get blinded by the light, and we'll turn it down a little bit. Dillinger blinds their fans with the light, so that's cool.
Have you ever went horseback riding?
I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister's an equestrian. So I've always had the horses around. My aunt's like actually a national show woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I have gone on horseback riding.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So does your I'm guessing that your family might own a ranch, or they might.
No. She had a farm back in Wisconsin and stuff. It's like Arabic or Arabic horses, so it was kind of a different style of thing than the Western thing. But so no, unfortunately.
That's really interesting.
No, yeah, I did go horseback riding. It was fun. It was too light paced though. I wanted to thrash, and it's like dun, dun,
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
You just
dun,
want to
dun.
have a banjo with you while you're strolling
exactly.
along?
Yeah. But I injected the horse with some what was that we gave it? Adrenochrome.
Oh my!
While I was riding it, and the horse freaked out. Started seeing all kinds of crazy shit. It was just like that scene in Fear and Loathing.
Are you serious?
No, I totally made that up. But
because that'd be so funny. I'd pay to see that horse strung out on adreno.
As long as PETA's not gonna. The horse. I did not actually harm that horse.
What lessons would you want people to learn from your life or lyrics?
I would say this. In the words of Leonard Liao, Cephalic Carnage, whatever you're about to do, don't do it.
It's really really interesting. Those
Yeah.
are really powerful words.
Yeah.
Whatever you're about to do, don't do it.
Think about that.
Wow.
You know, if the whole, or as Dorothy Wooten, Victor Wooten, one of my favorite bassists' mom said, if the whole world today decided to follow you, where would you lead them?
That's really deep, man.
If suddenly the whole world's going to follow your advice,
Yeah.
you can finally stop complaining about what everybody's going to do because they're going to do what you tell them.
Mhm.
What would you tell them to do? Wow. I'd tell them don't do it.
Wow. Would you give a cowboy a job?
Yeah, I would. That's the thing. Is that that's where the name came from. Is Johnny couldn't get it. Well, he grew up like watching westerns and stuff. He's a huge Clint Eastwood fan, and growing up.
Unforgiven.
Yeah, sick movie, dude. Really good. Vengeance.
Best movie ever that
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood did.
Yeah, I agree. Gran
Unforgiven.
Torino was sick too.
Man, I couldn't even believe half the stuff that came out of his mouth. Even in $1 Million Baby, when he was like,
good movie too.
Yeah.
Damn, that was harsh.
when he was like bugging the priest and everything, I was like, man, I feel like that priest is gonna smack him across the face and we're
Yeah.
gonna have a fight on our hands.
Exactly.
But I was just like, wow, that movie's crazy. Like, they're just weird movies,
Yeah.
but they're not his style.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a
Well,
total different side
Exactly.
of
When you get that old thing. So Johnny was trying to. He was in Arizona. He was 14. This is 2 years before Doom came out, and he wanted to start a band. He needed the money for the band, and so he wanted to work, but he didn't want to go get a job at like Jimmy John's or some shit. So he loved Western, so he wanted to work on a ranch, be a ranch hand. And there's like that doesn't exist anymore. The old school way of life, cattle and stuff. It's totally different. It's all concentrated animal feeding operations where everything's the same. There's no old school thing anymore. So there is no job for a cowboy.
Exactly.
So
my last question to you, Nick, is what is your favorite cartoon?
That's a really good one, man. Does South Park qualify?
South Park? Yes, that does
If it's
qualify.
a cartoon, then
it is a cartoon. It is.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is,
Well,
it is.
by barn on South Park then, because I still watch it all the time. I love it. Those guys are geniuses.
Mhm.
I'm from Colorado. I live there, so there's 10 to 15 inside jokes for Coloradans in every single episode. All the stuff that's in there, Casa Bonita, the cash register building, all the the bum episodes, where they're zombies asking for change.
Yeah.
And the medical marijuana stuff. All that stuff is very central to Colorado.
So the
It's,
whole-
like, super relevant.
So the whole Barbra Streisand incident is actually true. She turns into Mecha Streisand, destroys the world.
Yeah,
these kids.
yeah.
Are you one of those kids that finds the little
Yeah.
trinket and be like, "Hey, look what I found"?
Yeah, the Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
That thing was awesome. I love those guys. I would love to meet them one day. I did meet one of the guys one day. Yeah, I totally did.
Wow.
I bought him at Jameson.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Trey Parker.
Wow, really?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't like meet him or whatever. I just like bought him a drink. I was like, hey, I asked the lady. I was like, hey, what's this to drink? And we just told him like, South Park, you're a genius.
He is a genius. Like,
Yeah, those guys are so funny.
They're like the most balls out animation artists ever.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody is safe, including
nobody is.
themselves.
Like I think
Very
with,
self-deprecating too.
with all the other cartoons that are out there,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Family Guy.
Oh, they crushed. You saw that one? They crushed them. Did you see the Family Guy vs. South Park episode?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh my God! It's a two. Oh wow! It's a 2-episode little series that South Park did. I forget the name of it, but they Bart Simpson's in it and shit.
Really?
And, yeah, but it's totally. I mean, because I remember, I don't know who said it, but somebody had, around the Family Guy crew had poked around saying something about the South Park guys not. I don't know what their quote was, but if you go after the South Park guys, you're gonna get burned. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
they did
exactly,
a 2-episode thing and broke Family Guy down so hardcore. I still like Family Guy, I still watch it, but there's no comparison.
There's no one could beat South Park.
No, I totally.
Well, I thank you very much, Nick, for your
Yeah,
time.
Jordan, no
Thank
problem.
you,
Thanks,
thank you.
man.
I hope you have a great day, and
Cool,
I
thanks.
hope you're enjoying the nice weather that's finally
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out for sure.
opened up. Finally, no more rain, so
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
the rest of your weekend.
Thanks,
and
man.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.